38 minutes into his own birthday, Drake didn't text his mom, he didn't text his son, he texted Akademiks, and that one, "Love you, big act," flipped everything. This wasn't just a message, it was a calculated power move, a digital leash disguised as affection. And the craziest part, it worked. In tonight's breakdown, we're exposing the midnight message that turned DJ Akademiks into a human billboard. We'll unpack the emotional chess moves, the hidden manipulation, and why Kendrick Lamar might have seen this coming years ago. If you're tired of surface level gossip and want to see how celebrity loyalty gets bought without a dime changing hands, hit that like button and subscribe, because today we're pulling the curtain back on Drake's birthday mind game, and it's darker than you think. At 12:38 a.m., just 38 minutes into his birthday, Drake sends one text. "Damn, no B-Day wish from my right hand. Love you, big act." That's it. No follow-up, no gift, just a guilt-loaded line followed by a shot of affection. And within an hour, Akademiks is live, ranting about Kendrick, defending Drake's honor, and tearing into the industry, all unprovoked. One message, full meltdown. The manipulation, surgical. The effect, immediate. Drake didn't send a thank you. He didn't offer backstage passes. He didn't even say, "Appreciate you." What he did was more powerful. He gave just enough affection to keep Akademiks emotionally indebted. This is gaslighting with luxury branding. Drake knows how to trigger loyalty. He disappears for months, then pops up with a guilt trip wrapped in charm. And it works every time. Let's not forget, Akademiks spent thousands on Drake concert tickets earlier this year and got zero acknowledgement. He vented, he complained, he almost broke free. Then comes the birthday text, and instantly he's back in line. That's not friendship, that's emotional servitude, and it raises the question, is this love or leverage? Let's step back and look at the timeline. DJ Akademiks publicly spent thousands of dollars on Drake concert tickets. He messaged Drake privately back in April. No response. Months passed. Silence. Nothing. Fast forward to Drake's birthday. Out of nowhere, Drake sends that one text. "Damn, no birthday wish from my right hand. Love you, big act." At first glance, it reads like affection, but look closer. There was no prior communication, no ongoing friendship. The message wasn't part of a warm exchange. It was a reactivation trigger. Drake didn't say, "Thanks for all your support this year. Appreciate you coming to the shows. Let's connect soon." Instead, he flips the guilt back onto Akademiks. No B-Day wish, as if Akademiks had done something wrong. And that's the genius of it. It's not a warm greeting, it's a subtle power move wrapped in a compliment, and instantly it works. Akademiks goes from ignored fan to public mouthpiece, doing a live stream that defends Drake and attacks Kendrick as if nothing ever happened. This isn't friendship, this is emotional leverage disguised as love. Tuck the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. That BET Cypher freestyle, the control verse, Kendrick didn't just diss Drake, he dissected him. He called him out as a master manipulator, someone who lures allies with affection only to use them later. This midnight message, it's textbook Drake. And Kendrick saw it coming a decade ago. Back in 2013, Kendrick Lamar dropped the control verse, a lyrical earthquake that shattered rap's comfort zones. But it wasn't just about dominance. It was a warning shot. He called out rappers by name, but the real target, Drake. Kendrick saw the game early. The image building, the backhanded praise, the strategic emotional manipulation, the fake love disguised as unity. And years later, on the BET Cypher, he doubled down, tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. No names, but everyone knew. He was talking about the guy who smiled in your face while plotting the narrative behind your back. The guy who says, "I love you, big act," 1 minute and ignores your existence the next. Kendrick's whole war with Drake isn't just about bars. It's about authenticity versus manipulation. And now, over a decade later, that same warning is playing out live on social media. Drake sends one birthday text. The right hand goes public. The propaganda wheel spins again. Kendrick called this 10 years ago, and nobody listened. Akademiks didn't spend his live stream praising Drake. He spent it trashing Kendrick Lamar. Think about that. On Drake's birthday, it wasn't about what Drake's accomplished. It was about who beat him. That's not celebration. That's damage control. And when defending someone means destroying someone else, It reveals who's really winning. If you have to tear Kendrick down to lift Drake up, guess who's still on top? Let's get one thing straight. This was Drake's birthday. The day should have been all about him, his legacy, his music, his influence. But what did Akademiks do with his live stream? He launched a 33-minute attack on Kendrick Lamar. He didn't talk about Drake's accomplishments. He didn't celebrate Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. He didn't even say what makes Drake timeless. Instead, he tore Kendrick apart, calling him boring, overhyped, and irrelevant. Why? Because when your defense of Drake requires tearing down someone else, that's not a celebration. That's a cover-up. If Drake really won the battle, why not speak on his greatness? Why not highlight his chart records, streaming dominance, or cultural legacy? Instead, it was, Kendrick ain't that good. Kendrick's fans are delusional. The industry is boring without Drake. You don't need to burn someone else's house to celebrate your own castle, unless that castle is made of sand. And the real kicker? By focusing the live stream on Kendrick, Akademiks accidentally confirmed that Kendrick is still up. You don't spend half an hour attacking someone who's not a threat. You just ignore them. But Kendrick can't be ignored. Not when he ended a decade-long Cold War in 5 tracks. Not when his words still sting. Not when even Drake's right hand can't stop saying his name. Akademiks compared Drake to Batman, said the industry is falling apart without him. But let's be real, Batman doesn't text Robin at midnight asking for attention. Drake isn't coming to save the industry. He's sending emotional smoke signals to his loudest defenders. Why? Because the fog is lifting. Even his inner circle is questioning the act. Akademiks literally compared Drake's absence to a city crying out for help. We need you, Batman. Come back. The crime is getting out of control. But who's really causing the chaos? The answer might be Batman himself. Drake steps away from the spotlight and the industry doesn't collapse. It just stops revolving around him. That's not collapse, that's recalibration. But to those under his spell, it feels like the city is crumbling. Batman always believed he was saving Gotham. But what if his presence was actually enabling the chaos? What if his constant surveillance, his fear tactics, his manipulative strategies were keeping the city in a state of dependence? Now look at Drake. He doesn't empower voices. He redirects them. He doesn't build bridges. He builds dependencies. And when someone steps out of line, he sends a "you good" text at midnight to reel them back in. Just like Batman leaves the Joker alive to keep playing the game, Drake keeps Akademiks close enough to serve a purpose, but never close enough to matter. So when Akademiks compares Drake to Batman, he's not wrong. He just doesn't realize what that really means. The Batman syndrome isn't about being a hero. It's about being the center of chaos, disguised as order. Drake's pattern is predictable. Ignore, guilt trip, drop a sweet text. Watch the loyalty return. It's a cycle. Love bombing followed by withdrawal. And Akademiks is trapped in it. This isn't just bad friendship. It's psychological warfare. And if you think Akademiks is the only one, just wait. Next up, probably Lil Durk. Same text, same manipulation, same result. That single birthday text, it bought Drake another 6 to 12 months of free promotion. No marketing agency, no budget, just one message. Because when loyalty can be purchased with a few emojis and fake love, the manipulation becomes the brand. And while fans argue online, Drake just added another pawn to the board. DJ Akademiks thinks he got love. What he really got was played. Drake's not texting to reconnect. He's texting to regain control. So the next time a celeb says, "you my right hand," remember, that phrase might be less about friendship and more about ownership. You've been watching Celebrity Unraveled. If you found this breakdown realer than the fake love in that text, hit subscribe. Because we don't just watch the drama, we decode the game.